What's going on, guys? Um, First off and foremost, I'd like to thank the Denver Broncos for winning the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers for two reasons. One, you knocked out the Pittsburgh Steelers, and number two, you put me on the board. If it had not been for you guys winning, I would have been 0-4 in my NFL picks from last week. So because of you guys, I am 1-3. So thank you. As you can probably tell, not really off to the best start in the picking in the prediction department, but then again, it's who I would like to see, not necessarily who I think is going to win. I'm not going to say that's an excuse, but that's just what I'm going with this time around, like I did with the NHL playoffs. So to recap, I had the Lions over the Saints, the Bengals over the Texans, and I'm blanking out on the other NFC game. It was the Giants, the Falcons over the Giants. All of those teams did not win, and it was the Giants, the Saints, and the Texans advancing into the second round. I did get the Denver Broncos though. So 1-3, 0-2 in the NFC, 1-1 in the AFC. I lost my two NFC teams to go to the Super Bowl. I wanted to see Detroit or Atlanta, and now they are gone. I still have my AFC Super Bowl representatives, though, with both Baltimore and Denver. So that's where we stand. And now we're going to take a look at the second round of the playoffs. We'll start with the NFC. I'd like to give a shout out to the one and only here on YouTube, Jude Steves 87. That's right, my man. You and I are going to be on the same side this week. I want the New Orleans Saints to beat the San Francisco 49ers very badly. Being a Seahawks fan, it's time for me to start saying who dat and that type of deal. What can I say? Niners are a Seahawks rival. Want to see them go down. Although the Niners, however, are in the position the Seahawks were in last year, in terms of people were thinking maybe this is the year when an NFC West representative goes down in their first playoff game. And that hasn't happened, as I've said many times before. That has not happened in a long time. If you want to find out the last time that happened, you can view my Seattle Seahawks coverage from last year when they were in the playoffs. It's somewhere on my profile on YouTube. But yes, I would like to see the New Orleans Saints beat the San Francisco 49ers. The one thing that the Saints do have going against them is they never won a road playoff game, and that includes with Drew Brees. With Drew Brees, we all know that they lost in Seattle last year. I don't really count the Super Bowl because that's a neutral site. But they also lost to Chicago in the NFC Championship game. I believe that year was the 2006-2007 year. And the Niners do have a very, very good defense. So it should be interesting to see how New Orleans will match up against the Niners. But I am picking New Orleans. Moving on to the next game, I would like to see the Green Bay Packers beat the New York Giants. Again, never been a Giants fan, and it just would be nice to see them go down. I've already explained why I don't want them to win in the last video, so if you missed that, you can view my last video. So in the NFC, I would like to see the Saints and Packers advance to the NFC Championship game. For the AFC, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Houston Texans. I am rooting for Baltimore in this one because they are my first pick in terms of an AFC representative. Again, I like their team. I do like their chances with them against the Texans. Although the Texans probably are playing like they have nothing to lose, considering their third-string quarterback is playing. T.J. Yates is playing very well right now, so that's something that Baltimore Ravens defense is going to have to deal with. But I do have the Ravens. Then you got Denver and New England. Oh, for the love of sports, Denver, please knock off New England. Again, the whole Boston thing. I ranted a little bit about this when the Boston Bruins were going to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Please, the sooner this fan base starts losing, the better, and the more they will appreciate what they have instead of going out of bounds and just being obnoxious. I mean, there's no man. Just please take down the Patriots. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Tom Brady. I like his receivers, Hernandez, Gronkowski. I do like the players on New England, but the last thing that the New England area / the Boston area needs is another championship. That's the last thing and as a sports fan, and I think the rest of the country, that's the last thing we need is another team from the New England area to go all the way. You can go ahead and say I'm jealous. Yeah. And you also can call me hypocritical, as in if Seattle were to win multiple championships in multiple sorts, oh yes, I probably would be, living on cloud 9. But I would definitely do my best not to be annoying about it. So, and I know I just took another shot at the Boston fan base, but then again, that's not the first time I did the same thing with the NHL picks. So, again, I would like to see the Packers over the Giants, the Saints over the Niners, Broncos over the Patriots, and the Ravens over the Texans. Going into the week 2 with a record of 1-3 in terms of predictions. But that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead and let me know what you think. And if you're a Patriots fan, I'm sorry, but to each his own. And the same thing can be said if you're a Giants fan. Like I said, just never have liked those two teams. So yeah, that's all I got. And thanks very much for watching. And if you would like to share opinions or your predictions, comment below, and we'll see you next week as we look toward the conference championship games. Again, thanks for watching.